I hope you got my message last week. I sent an email to you with a couple of
Yes,
requests.
and Pamela has information for you.
Yes, I emailed it, I didn't print it, I emailed it
I
to
did
you.
not print it.
Okay.
I
I can,
can print it.
It was
Is
really
email
some
to admin?
simple, it was just some simple questions. I was hoping that you'd bring some information about the transfer station and where our waste is being taken
Right.
now.
No, and can you just repeat your question so
And my
that
question was,
everybody else will know?
my question to you was, who is hauling our trash now?
the same person that was doing it before, Beati.
And are they hauling it to Bethlehem, or are they hauling it to Mt Carberry?
In June, we switched from Bethlehem to Carberry.
Okay, so my second question was, what are we seeing as a cost? And granted, we have to wait till this June to get a full year's cost.
Right.
But we could look at a half year's cost.
Well, we can look
What
at
that
the
is-
slips, we can look at the slips that we have right now, if you want to.
And then compare that to what it was when the trash was being hauled to Bethlehem.
Right.
And
Because
then my
the
third,
prospective analysis was that we would save money,
Right.
and that worst case would be break even. I'm sorry, Lizzie, did you say you printed out that summary?
I was saying that I can.
Oh,
It's in-
okay.
it's
I
in an
have
email.
his
it's
questions
actually
in your
right here.
folders, but I don't.
Yeah, she doesn't have that, because I
Have
was
the
replied to
response.
you.
and I guess my, kind of to go along with this, line of questions is, what are we paying per tonnage when we were with Casella compared to now with Carberry?
Let me pull it up right now.
And what are we paying for trucking costs when we were hauling to Casella compared to hauling to Carberry?
So the trucking costs are slightly more because it's further, but the tipping fees are less. So
What's tipping?
overall, the
It's a
projection was
savings.
that we would be spending less.
Well, I don't want to see a projection.
Right, I know,
I'd like
but
to be able
I
to see
have
it
not,
6 months, and you may
Yeah.
not have this exact number tonight, but I just wanted to come and request this, because
Send it to you.
it's come to my attention that the transfer station is no longer recycling mixed paper magazines or newspapers. And that's true. I know that's true.
yeah,
And so that paper product now is going into the dumpster, which we're now paying for that, which prior, we were recycling that. So
and,
that,
right, and that's where, until we have a full year, I can't say for sure whether our projections are working out, because there have been some changes, like because of COVID, we can't recycle the waste paper. So that
And
is
we've
going
had-
to change things in terms of the tonnage.
For reimbursement, we've had little because they're,
But it wasn't a lot. As
It
I
wasn't a
recall, when
lot.
we looked at it back a few months ago, it was, I'm thinking $60.
I would have to imagine if they're not recycling paper, the tonnage is gonna be more.
It's
No
not that
doubt.
much. When I calculated the savings for the first COVID, going through, compared from last year to this year, it ended up being like, for a 3-month period, it was like $30 or $40. Because you're talking about a ton, and you're talking about pounds of paper versus a ton. So when we were going to, they only give us a certain amount. So if you look at what we pay per ton, so when we were shipping it to Bethlehem, we were paying, I think, $76, $73 or $76 a ton for municipal solid waste.
Right.
We're paying $97 a ton for demolition, okay? And at Carberry, we're spending $57 a ton for both. So basically, it's $20 a ton less for municipal waste, and it is $40 less for construction debris. So trucking it from transfer station to Bethlehem was $188. Shipping it to Carberry is $295, so it's a $98 difference.
So,
So for municipal waste, most of the loads are over 5 tons.
Right.
So you're anything over 5 tons, you're saving money. And for construction debris, you're saving $40 a ton. So anything over 2.5 tons, you are also saving money. So if you give me those bills, I can tell you the last 4 tickets that we did.
well, what I'd really like, just so that we're not having to kind of scramble, is at the next
They're right here,
meeting,
Lizzie.
if I could have, from 6 months, so from, and you can't even do 6 months because we're not even to December yet. But maybe, from January to November, so let's say it's 5 months.
Yeah.
we can take that number and figure out what it would be for a year. That's easy math. And then compare that number to what we have spent in a previous year with Casella, same timeframe.
Well, I
And be
did that,
able to, and then be able to look at the real apples to apples. This is what it cost us for these 5 months last year with Casella. This is what it's costing for these 5 months with us with Carberry.
And
And then just make the simple comparison.
I
You know,
agree
it's
with
this
that.
amount or
but-
this amount, and we can, we can see where we're at. I have to believe the fact that we're not recycling paper, which bothers me, quite frankly. It does bother me. And I'm not this big eco guy. But the fact that we've been recycling paper in Dalton, it's been 20 years, it's
But
been
I'm
since
also
that
gonna
station
make-
was
I'm
open.
also gonna tell you that the residence has increased in the town of Dalton because people are coming up here, staying in their second homes, and they're able to work on their computers and do their job. So that is gonna bring that up a little. It's brought it up in every town when I was.
right, but what I'm saying is you're paying $57 a ton. So when you're talking about 200 pounds of paper, that's $5.70. And that's like monthly. So it doesn't, I understand, because I don't like throwing anything out, I like to recycle it, but it does not add up to a lot of money.
I would just like, at the next meeting, I'll give you folks the 2 weeks to,
And just keep in mind, like I said,
I got that.
we've
I want
increased
the 5
in people
months.
being here. I can
I
tell
like
you
5
that.
months from June of 2019 to November of 2019, to June 2020 this year, to November 2020 this year. And that way we can compare apples to apples.
Well, it would still be, if you're throwing it away, you're still paying more to throw it away if you were shipping it to Bethlehem.
The bottom line is I'm looking for the number. I'm looking for the cost. I'm looking for the total cost, shipping and tipping fee.
Right,
That's what I'm looking for. I'm gonna make this really simple, and that's all I'd
It's
like.
easy.
we've got that
Yeah.
analysis.
I mean, I can put it, I have it
And I-
for 2019. If you want, I will spend time and I will do it for up to the year, day up to here.
Now, my concerns,
Well, all I have to do is give this the tickets, but I will put it in the spreadsheet for you.
okay. And my concerns are, as I've come to some of these meetings, and last week, or 2 weeks ago, I was here, and we were talking about the 911 service and how we're gonna have to change the call center or pay for a call center that we haven't had to pay for in the past. I look at us losing our police force. And again, the town voted for that, you folks didn't do that. But certainly in creating your budget, you took police force out. And the town voted.
We kept, that was a budget neutral,
Hmm?
that was budget neutral. We had 15,000 budgeted last year with the police department and 15,000 budgeted this year using the state troopers.
And we're actually getting more patrols. We're getting a 4-hour patrol every week, which we were not getting before.
Bottom line is, we don't have a police department right now, we're having to contract that out. We also have other services that we know are coming down the line. We don't have very good internet service, we know that right here, we know how hard it is here in this building. And when I see services being reduced, new services being added in, and then we have an opportunity to change the economic structure of this town, and all I see is roadblocks. All I see is roadblocks. When are we going to finally kind of look at the reality of this and make some hard decisions? Now, we're not gonna do that right here tonight, I know that. But what I'm doing is presenting a request to at least start to figure out what our future's gonna look like. Because we can't keep going down this path. Because what happens is, we, the taxpayer, our taxes go up and our services go down. And if we had no other opportunity, then we say, you know what, that's part of living in Dalton. But when we have some opportunity to change or to make our economic outlook better, we should be looking at it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.